Not an applause for my presentation. So, dear friends, it's a pleasure for me to have been invited for this presentation here about this challenging topic, how to build capacity in sport for all associations to prioritize health as a topic. I think if you have a look at the general objectives of a sport for all association, you should also have a look in your own organizations. You surely will find healthcare, health promotion as a core objective, maybe beside social inclusion or intercultural dialogue. This might be other objectives. Moreover, a Sport for All association legitimates itself far-reaching with this health objective in its importance for public welfare and support of public funds. But if healthcare or health promotion is already a core objective in Sport for All, why it is necessary to put this question on our agenda of this conference? Even maybe you haven't already an answer on this question, but even if health is already to some extent an eminent and important topic within the philosophy of the Sport for All organization, it seems to be necessary to push it more to the fore, to give more priority, and to find appropriate ways how to reach this goal. And in this regard, I will separate my presentation in three different parts. I would like to start at first with the question, how can health-enhancing activities in sport be defined? To some extent we have already touched this question, but I will try to repeat it a little bit and to make it more precise. The second part will be how to develop, that will be the main point, how to develop strategies for health-enhancing sport activities in a Sport for All organization. This is my topic here, Sport for All organization. And at least what may we learn from Sport for All organizations with a longer experience in healthcare activities? This is also an open question for others, and my statement will be mainly based on the experience, 20 years experience with my own federation, but it's also open to add other experiences. I would like to start with to quote from two very important sport political documents. You should know, it's a must to know these documents. The first one is this one. I hope you know it. If not, you have to read it. This is called Step to Health, the European Framework to Promote Physical Activity for Health. It's edited by the World Health Organization in Europe some years ago. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. And it was followed up by this document, the EU Physical Activity Guidelines, recommended policy action in support of health-enhancing physical activity. It's also a very important document. You should know it, you should read it very carefully, because it's also for your argumentation in your own country, very important document. So I will quote first from the World Health Organization's publication. The term health-enhancing physical activity is frequently used in relation to the health benefits gained from physical activity. It should be understood as any form of physical activity that benefits health and functional capacity without undue harm or risk. That's a very general, very open definition. The main sources of health-enhancing physical activity encompasses normal and simple activity such as walking, cycling, also manual labor, swimming, skiing, gardening, recreational sport, and dancing. So you see, not only sport activities are included, but some are included, but also other activities. This is a definition of the World Health Organization's document, but further on, this document distinguishes between physical activities, health-enhancing physical activities, and health-enhancing physical exercises. So this is also quoting from this document. Exercise is a subset of physical activity defined as planned, structured, and repetitive bodily movement to improve or maintain one or more components of physical fitness and health. What does it mean? Planned, structured. You know all the basic principles of a structured physical activity program based on some physiological parameter, like loading parameter, like duration, frequency, intensity, volume of activities. Also based on a certain training methodology, and also that's very important, it's not only the physiological side in the structure, also related to psychosocial principles. So for instance, the social atmosphere is very important in a structured health-related program. Fun or positive mood management is also an objective in these structured programs. Gaining more knowledge is also included. And also, not to forget the controlling effects. This is meant when it's here defined as a planned, structured activity. This is a physical activity. This differentiation is based on the fact that any form of physical activity contributes to better health. That's very general. When we are walking outside, when we take a cycle to go to the grocery shop or to go anywhere. But this is very important because the differentiation between physical activities and physical exercises is so important. Special, structured, goal-oriented programs can provide better and more stabilized health effects. This is proved by scientific work and scientific researchers. So we have to be aware of it. Also, a quote from the other document, the EU Physical Activity Guidelines, assign even more organized sport. That's the first time that organized sport get a prominent position in regard to the improvement of health promoting activities. A prominent position. And it's stated there, sport organizations contribute to the social well-being of communities and can ease pressure on the public budget through their versatility and cost-effectiveness. Clubs can help meet the need of the population for physical activity. So, and here again, I made it in red, a major future challenge for the organized sports sector should be to offer high-quality, health-related exercise programs. So this is our challenge, to move from more general activities to this kind of high-quality related exercise program. This is stated in the document. That's not what I found. So that's a political message. Both documents give already reference to the two main branches of subjects for health-enhancing activities in organized sport. And these are the two branches. I don't want to make it too complicated. Later on you will see some other approaches, but these are the main things you should take in mind. The general, on one hand, the general health enhancing physical activity approach is to improve the activity level of the population through promoting all kinds of sportive activities, including activity promotion projects or campaigns, whatever it is. That's normally what you're really doing in some way in your organizations. Then on the other hand, the second approach, the health enhancing physical exercise approach, this is with higher quality of structured, specific health related programs, as I tried to explain it. So why to make this differentiation and this definition? I think when a sport organization is going to become engaged in the health promotion topic, it's necessary to be aware of both possible approaches and to take a clear decision which approach or which approaches, you can take both approaches, which approaches should be followed up and to develop a corresponding strategy. The first one approach needs another strategy than the second one. So you have to have a clear picture. So I think now I can go to the second point of my presentation, how to develop strategies for health enhancing activities in the sport association. Going to take up the challenge for adding a clear health related profile to the philosophy and policy of a sport association. You have already some kind of policy and strategy, policy and philosophy. To add this health perspective, that's the challenge. To develop this, it's recommended to develop a systematic approach with a conclusive and consistent strategy. And the following explanation will provide a framework, only a framework, how to draft a strategy. It's a framework, not a copy. You cannot copy, but you have to adapt it to your own resources and to your own situation. And it's recommended to take in the following components. I will go directly to another slide. Don't be disturbed by so much words here. I will take out some of them and to explain it a little bit. But this slide is to make you aware that the development of a health enhancing strategy is not only one section in one section. It has to be a holistic view. You have to implement different components. So one component is the health policy.